All right, welcome to another episode of Gimme All Your Money! Bang, 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 bang! Give me all your money! I'm Thomas Cooperman Salim. Get passive now to handle your passive income needs. We don't, and I don't, want you to be in the position of having a blank face or caught with your pants down when somebody says, give me all your money. Let's talk about ethics. Earlier, you were talking to me about what's ethical. Your friend has a landscaping business, and your other friend gave him the idea. And now, your friend ran with that idea, executed that idea, knocked on doors, got all the customers, got all the clients, bought all the equipment, but the other friend, who never helped, besides giving this idea, the little seed, is now suing the friend that has a successful landscaping business of the last 3 years and doesn't talk to his friend anymore. Did it belong to him? Was the idea his idea? Was he the first landscaper in the United States? Did he fly in or, swim over from Mexico and start doing all the stuff saying, "Hola, señores, I'm here to mow your el llano, trim your el hedges. I'm here to take the blower and blow everyone." Bill Gates once said, an idea has the shelf life of a banana. I'll take it a step further. Whose banana was it? You take that banana, it's looking kind of rotten, you cut it up, you get some bread, and you make banana bread out of it. Your friend stole your idea. Here's what you do. You go to your friend after the 3 years that you haven't talked, and you said, here's the deal. You can keep your landscaping business. I'm okay with that. But I have now developed a temp agency where I'm getting all the migrants. So you take those 11-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old migrants that Governor Abbott was so sweet to put on buses and send all around the country, and you wait at the bus stop because they're coming off and they need money and they're hungry. They're going to eat the rotten banana. It's not going to matter. You give that 7-year-old the rotten banana and you say, "Welcome to America. Give me all your money." And they're going to eat that banana, and you're going to make banana bread out of a bad situation for the migrants, and you're going to give employees to your friend who has a landscaping business where his labor's very high, his FICA's high, his payroll tax is high, and you're going to say, "Hey, psst, psst, guess what I have? Give me all your money, because I'm going to save you almost at a 0% labor cost. All we need to do is plant banana trees, because they're going to eat bananas, and that's all we got to pay them with. Because guess what? They don't speak English. They have no idea what's coming to them. They don't know about the banana bread they're going to make, so now they're going to have banana bread. Now they're going to have the Yucatan chips that the Cubanos make, and we have solved two problems. The problem of the migrants who don't have a job, and the problem of your friend's labor. So you came to him with a give me all your money solution. You've saved him 50%, and you look at your friend in the eye and you're like, "Listen, I gave you an idea, but that's all I gave you. And the banana got rotten. But I just planted a banana tree, and I want you to crawl up that tree with me and share a banana." Now that's ethical. This episode is brought to you by My Baby's No Longer With Me, but I sell my baby's clothing. This is for babies who weren't able to make it, and the parents needed to get all the baby stuff out of the house because it was too difficult for the parent. So a great entrepreneur by the name of Kareem Hasidi. Kareem Hasidi was a Pakistani immigrant who came over here and became an expert with dead babies. He ended up going over to different homes and talking to them and saying, "I know you're sad, your baby's gone. But baby, I'm about to resell all of their merch or their clothes, their baby clothes. The baby might be gone, but the money's still coming in. So Kareem, thank you. Hey! Dear Thomas, my wife and I have been researching pumpkin patches. We are closer to fall than one would think. We're about 60 days away, and we see all these pumpkin patches that we drive by in other towns, very busy with tons of different people, buying pumpkins, paying for hay rides, and spending a lot of money on beer and hay mazes. We've thought about opening our own pumpkin patch since we live on 11 acres and our municipality will allow it. And they are a very friendly business municipality in Iowa. We wanted to get your advice on how we should start with our pumpkin patch. Sincerely, Edward Chase. Well, Eddie, I commend you for wanting to make a pumpkin patch because as we know, as we approach fall, Caucasian women waste the majority of their money on premature Ugg boots, furs that aren't real furs, Fox, most of their money on pumpkin spice lattes, bad spray tans, and premature pictures from photographers at a pumpkin patch just to put hashtag fall, hashtag we here, hashtag I love autumn, hashtag eat my pumpkin, hashtag pumpkin season upon us, hashtag I 69 my ex-boyfriend. If I were you, I would start by doing this. Get the general cost of what it would cost for a pumpkin patch. Most pumpkins that you buy at a pumpkin patch are an average price of $12. So if you're going to have to go drive Iowa, maybe let's say 2 hours away to another pumpkin patch because you haven't planted seeds early enough to have your own pumpkins, you have to do the mathematics. So if a guy's selling his pumpkins, the large ones, for $12 each, you offer him 6 for $100. 6 times 100 is 600. So now you have 600 pumpkins in the back of your pickup truck on the way. If you have a diesel, it technically costs $427 for a diesel engine. So you got to knock on the door of your neighbor, knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, Bobby, I need to use your Tesla. Use the Tesla. And while you're on the way there, read my favorite book, MBA for Beginners, while the Tesla drives you there because a Tesla drives on its own, and now you're saving time. So read it there, read it on the way back, figure out your hard cost. Let's say your hard costs are around $12,600 a month. With taxes, $13,600. Find a way to beat taxes and not pay Uncle Sam. Because as they say, Uncle Sam is not really your uncle. Uncle Sam is really the uncle that molested you that nobody wants to be around. So once you get down with that, you end up having a pumpkin patch where you need to bring in at least $20,000 a month in order for you to make $8,000. Fall technically in Iowa lasts around all of October, around November, but by the time it's Thanksgiving, people have already forgot about your pumpkin patch and they're ready for turkey. So what you got to do is you need to drive 3 hours west with the guy who's got the turkey farm. And you approach him and you say, hey, I have a pumpkin patch, but I'd also like a turkey farm. How much for your turkey? You find the turkeys at the farm that are sick because don't worry, nobody's going to eat them. And you say, are these the turkeys that are making people sick? Technically of a strain of bird flu. We'll buy those for half off of what you sell your normal turkeys. You buy 100 turkeys from him at a normal price, which would be $45 a turkey. You buy them for $25 a turkey. You buy 100 turkeys, that's $3,900. You bring those turkeys over, and now you have a turkey farm with a pumpkin patch. Give me all your money. Thomas Cooperman Salim, get passive. Thanks for writing, Ed. Dear Thomas, I recently married 6 years ago to my husband, Ted. Ted is a local football coach at one of the football clubs for the 12 and under league. Both of our sons are inside that league. My 7-year-old son is in the flag league. My 11-year-old son is in the tackle league. Ted seems to be a much more well-versed coach than the other coaches in the league. I keep encouraging Ted to start his own league where we can charge almost private lesson So in the off season, maybe in the beginning of the summers, Ted could have his own football camp. Ted texted me about 2 hours ago and said, if you bring this up one more time, I'm going to leave you. I am unsure of how to respond to Ted and what to really say, but I really want to do the traveling league so we could travel and make more money as a family. Ted doesn't seem very interested. In fact, I have been worried for about 5 months that Ted is going to leave me. Please let me know your thoughts. Sandy. It sounds like your sons don't have a future in football. It also sounds like neither does your marriage in general. I would suggest a couple things. Why don't you pick a location that you and Ted can enjoy, leave the sons behind at another guy's football camp, and work on your romantic future with one another? Spend about a week there. Do everything Ted wants to do. Talk a lot less than the amount you talk now. And by the end of the week, if you could keep it under 30 sentences, similar to Women in My Country, be seen and not heard, you and Ted may have that football camp, because now you guys have worked on the most important thing, your own relationship with one another. So now that Ted is relaxo, it's time to make mucho dinero. And I would add, maybe you take a sleeping pill the first 2 days where you're asleep most of the trip, so Ted can be on his own. This has been episode 349 of Thomas Cooperman Salim. Get passive now. Give me all your money. Thoughts. Kareem, thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to the $2 counterfeit store in Puerto Rico. But most of all, thanks to you, this is all possible. I am Thomas Cooperman Salim, and it's not Wall Street. It's our street. Tell your parents what you always wanted to tell them, and let your spouse know how you really feel. Because life is short, but there is no shortage of money.